Have you ever been to a party where the lights are on full blast and they're coming from like fan lights or up in the bright kitchen, and it's just not as welcoming or entertaining, and you tend not to stay on because there's just something about the party that just isn't as fun? Now take like being at a restaurant with nice low lighting, and the lighting is good, and there's just kind of that warm ambiance that besides the food, I'd go back to that place because it just had a really great look to it. A lot of that is the lighting. It is amazing how important lighting is on a job. Good lighting. There's task lighting. There's, like in a kitchen, I have cans up here. Recessed cans are great. Some people have the big bubble fixture above that like feels like a laundry room, and that fluorescent light is hard. I'm just going to touch on this for a second because it should be its own video about these new LED lights and these energy savers. I know I love saving energy, but please improve the lights. So on the LED box, you can see a number, and you want the lowest number possible. I was on a new construction job fairly recently, walked into the kitchen. She turned on the lights, and it was like, I thought it was buzzing. It was like purple, pink light. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm like, if you change these bulbs and bring them down, builders, a lot of times they don't care. They just put it in the bulbs. I'm like, you can change this by bringing down the number. I think it's 2700. It's either 22, somebody correct me, 2200, 2700. That's the lowest number, so we'll make it a little warmer. Don't listen to these tubes that say daylight. It doesn't mean anything. If I had my druthers, I would have incandescent bulbs here because that's the light. That's the warm, soft light, which looks great. So that's just about bulbs, but that's huge because sometimes if I know bulbs are going to stay, I will actually change a paint color because it changes the color so much. And I've heard this on jobs. A lot of people go, I know exactly what you're talking about. That happened to us too. Yes. Next, I want to talk about lamps. Lamps are so important. Some rooms, they just seem like a big open cave. And you're like, where's the low lighting? Down here. Get some lights down here with lamps. You can do that. And lower bulbs. You know, we don't need wild, bright light to read by, but, you know, good light. I get it. Okay. Another bad lighting is torchiers. You know what I'm talking about? Those stick lights in the corner? They look super dated. Dated now is 90s, okay? When you light those corners, what is it doing? It's lighting up the corner. Instead, there are lights that you can add. Recessed cans are not that expensive, but sometimes in a room that's dark, sometimes my living room can be dark sometimes, and in the corners I can do recessed light in cans, and that will actually, I call them bullet lights, but on a dimmer, that's a really great look, and it's not that expensive, but it will absolutely improve the look of your room. So we got task lights, we got lamps, recessed cans, super huge, just cleaning up that ceiling, nice. And so many kitchens I see, even down here in Florida, have the cage light. It almost looks like a cage when you look up. It's got the panels in it. It involves drywall patching, but believe me, that too is worth it because that makes that kitchen look completely up to date. Those rentals I was working on recently, all three, this is so cool. I was talking to the landlord, and she goes, you know what, I see the value in that. I'm going to do it in all three. I was with her on Saturday. She said, I can't believe that made such a difference. I'm so glad you brought it up. And lastly, my favorite kind of light is when you're sitting in a room, like I actually do this. When I'm getting someone's room together and I'm kind of pulling the furniture in, I actually sit in different spots. Like I'd be in a conversation with somebody and kind of see where the light is coming from. Is it coming behind your back? Is it coming over here? A lot of times in new construction, I like when they put the conduit in the floor because then you can plug it in and have it like in the middle of the room. You know, if you pull in furniture to the anchor space. That is a great look. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with one. Do not do. I'll allow it, but it's what's dating your room is these big ceiling fan fixtures, and they just kind of go all directions. They just brighten your room like that. So when you go in the room and you turn on that light, you kind of go like, it's not the sun. The light in the room is not supposed to be the sun shining. So I think I made my point today because I really want you to make good decisions, especially about lighting too. That will save you money because you won't feel like you have to fill up the room with other stuff because it's lit well and you want to hang out in it. That's the point. You want to love where you live. I put in all those three. So yeah, I don't even need to say them. Have a great day.